we'll see where stars align. Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew, a beacon of light, will work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the key.
All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of season 4. 8 episodes already. Crazy. So, we are back in Haven for everybody. Just we have learned that there is a thriving black market, a little bit of corruption in the city, but like this is our main base for activities right now as we try to fix up Alkali and try to study the Celestial Sea. And with that, I think that's pretty. What's that? Oh yeah, sorry. We have put some new items in the shop. We have the Siren signal. There are these three buttons in there. Those are just items that if you have them, you have to play them well before you use them. The second you play them, put on your character sheet that you've used it. Those buttons are just like you push it and it happens. There's no roll associated with it. It just happens. The healing hem button, like if you drop to 0, you will get up with 1. You can only have one button on at a time. And they're just like little things that don't involve rolls. Also, the sexy lingerie and the rose tinted glasses are available for you to buy now. Now, in the But yeah, I think we got some cool items in there, so you guys can use some of your gems now. And with that, I would just like to get into the game. So we got Matt playing Bamin.
Hello. Hello.
We got Young Meat playing Irwin.
Hello.
We got Shy playing Osiria.
Hello.
And we got Linear playing and introducing Vulpa.
Hello.
Excellent. So we are in back in the city of Haven. So in case you guys don't know, Haven is down here. And it is inside a bubble, but is also it's significantly more on land than any of the other cities attached. It has a thriving trade community. We are not allowed to openly carry weapons, and if we're caught carrying weapons here, we're in trouble. But so far, nobody has been caught carrying weapons, although we know Akana was. And yeah, Bamin, it has you have become aware through our spies that there is a black market here, and that they are selling some rather interesting goods. How do you go about figuring out how to gain how do you go about gaining access to this black market?
Gaining access to the black market. Well, Bamin's got his he kind of is. Bamin's always a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. That guy generally knows a guy. So I think just through my connections and through the people that Bamin knows, we're able to work our way in and see what kind of deals they got at this black market.
Absolutely. Do you have a name for one of the guys that you know that knows a guy?
Not that guy, but the other guy. That other guy's guy. His friend's name is Beef.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the name Beef gets you pretty far.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it especially in the black market game.
It's like there are just whispered mentions of just like, oh, he knows Beef.
You know, Beef.
It's like, oh shit, he's got beef.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, he's like, that's definitely what somebody says. Where is the beef? That old scallywag.
Man. Yep.
You know, fuck rolls. I don't care about rolls. It's like, so you make it to so you make it into a shop, and it's definitely like, how did Bamin Osiria, Irwin, and Vulpa, how were you three roped into going and trying to buy things off the black market? And Peanut is 100% down with this, by the way.
Sheer curiosity.
I think Irwin's always got his eye open for a good deal. So
I mean, as long as it's with the intent of helping the crew, Osiria has no qualms with this.
So you guys walk into what looks like a botanical shop, and it's just like they welcome you guys in, and just like they you see the pink one like look back and forth. It's just like, you're a friend of Beef?
Am I Beef? Yeah. We know Beef.
Excellent. And you see him like reach under the counter and like hits a switch, and multiple counters just come out from the wall, and just like you see lines of mostly pill bottles, I'm gonna be honest. Like pill bottles and elixirs, and they're just, if you're looking for a hookup when it comes to, any like performance enhancers, It's like, we've got him. We have a direct line with Dr. Midnight, or the Midnight Doctor. He sets us up. We get new shipments pretty regularly, and he's just like, you'll find that we are rather, like, decently priced. And yeah, so now at like you guys can look in the shop now, but you get like as like anybody else. But yeah, he's just like, this is the Echo's Veil. It's just like, believe it or not, consuming one of these pills will make the entire world forget you. And then he like goes to the next one and he's just like, this Oblivion's draft will make you forget what happened in the last 48 hours. It'll be just a blur. Or not even a blur, like you will not have any memory for the last 48 hours. Whoever takes that. And he's just like, can I get you any of these? We've got Titan's Fury, Netherfade Toxin. We got the Elixir of the Phoenix. She's like, what do you need? Are you guys looking for anything in particular?
They are all very interesting.
It's like, of course. Like, we'd have more if it wasn't for the shipping troubles we've been having.
Shipping troubles? What kind of shipping troubles?
We've lost the last 3 boats from the Neverglades.
Odd. Any idea why?
They just haven't made it. Like, we have full reports of them making it into the Celestial Sea, and then just nothing. No more communications, their shells just go quiet.
That is concerning, to say the least.
Beef, these pills look great, but is there any hardware that you're hiding back there by any chance?
It's just like, we do, you understand that weapons here in Haven are strictly outlawed, and I would never go near them for free. And he like puts his hand out just casually. It's not super obvious, but it's obvious he's expecting like a little bit of coin, and then he'll open up the rest of his shop.
All right, Bamin will give him some coin. I don't know how much money I have. I'll give him some of my money.
He takes it and he looks at it and he's just like, puts it away, and then you see him like turn around and he's just like, would you guys mind getting the door? So I feel like there's a draft coming in.
Why, of course. And she's just gonna walk over to the door and close it.
Now that you are up close to this door, you start to see just some industrial locks that look like they're just kind of decorative, but then like upon closer look you see these are like 4 strong deadbolts that when you like do the locks up, it does the whole chunk.
She's gonna take a little bit of pleasure from closing each one. Just liking the noise they make.
It's just like, I think this might be what more your speed. And you see what looks a whole rack of weapons that just run the gamut of technology levels. You see what could only be described as like a sci-fi space rifle on the wall. You see what looks like an axe made of obsidian. You see an incredibly elegant looking rapier, but it looks like it was made for somebody that has to have been at least 12 feet tall. Like, imagine if a rapier was a flamberge. You see a cup of dice. Like, you see 2 dice in a cup. the dice appear to have 7 sides. And if you guys want to, each one of you can tell me something else that you see.
What do you guys see? Do you guys see anything else that looks interesting? I can't help but notice that is that a weapon powered by some form of electricity that runs through it? It looks sort of like a sword. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
It's like, absolutely, absolutely. We got this one. And like, it looks like an old cavalry saber. Or like, it doesn't look old. Like, it looks new, but we would call it old. And it does. It has a little like cord that runs all the way up to it. And like, it looks like almost like a quiver that holds on to AP, or like holds on to energy. Like, you can charge it however you want. Mana batteries, AP, solar power. It would take some time for solar power. But then it just does. It is both a sword that once you hit, you can apply the shock ability to it. But you can tell, Bamin, you can tell, like, this is refurbished. So you can already see, based on the fact that you're a fine crafter of weapons yourselves, that if you are not incredibly careful with this, you are the one that gets electrocuted.
Sure.
Strong, but very risky.
I think I see something that looks like just a child's water pistol. There's not anything immediately threatening about it at all.
He holds it up.
It's actually just a water pistol.
Don't we have a magic item that's like, yeah, we'll just, it's like, yep. But the great thing is, no matter what liquid you fill it with, it'll shoot it. It's just like, nothing too viscous, there's nothing too viscous, nothing too thin. This thing will fire anything.
Interesting.
It's like, the guy that sold it to us, like, well, sold it, used it to pay off a debt, said that he filled it with basking slug mucus at one point in time and then just used it to like coat his doors so he knew if anybody would get in, they'd slip.
Foul, but effective. There's no residue on there, is there?
I think it actually, like, part of its quality is the fact that it does manage to get every last drop when you squeeze it, unlike a normal water pistol.
Oh, very good.
So, you did say there was like a kind of like sci-fi looking weapon of sorts?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I do actually think that's the one Osiria would want to look over a little bit more.
He grabs it off the wall. He's just like, now, this one is an antique, obviously. It's been around. It's been passed down through many people. We don't know how it fires. We assume that it does fire. We have some, like, he points to the end. He's just like, this appears to be the business end of it. And he, like, points at the trigger. He's just like, nobody can manage to squeeze this, though. Like, he, like, pulls the trigger multiple times and nothing happens. But alas, it is an heirloom. We could part with it, but it would be for a great price. And he hangs it back up on his wall.
Fascinating. Now, weird question. Does it by chance bear any similarities to the weapons we got in the first Lasers and Feelings game with, like, Me, Soki, Vetna, and Akana?
It is definitely, yeah, it is that, it might not be from that planet, but it is that technology level.
Okay.
I think Volvo's gonna ask about the dice and why they're lumped in with the weapons.
It's just like, well, from what we understand, these dice, that if you happen to roll the wrong number, they can cause intense misfortune for you or someone else. But that's all they do. They are considered weapons. And he's just like, would you like to try it out?
I think I should pass on that opportunity.
He nods. He's just like, now, can I interest you in any of my wares? And you guys see the price tags on these things, and they are exorbitant. Even like, Bamin, you're a wealthy businessman, but these are prices that would make Krieg blush.
No, I think just looking for now, maybe.
Yeah, there's. I mean, there must be some form. There must be a way that we can negotiate some prices if anything is. If anyone sees anything of interest here, I think we can get. Actually, where is Scour here? Has anyone seen Scour? Did he come with us?
Oh, Scour could most certainly be with you.
Oh, so because I thought I heard a rumbling down by the pills, and I think ours been. What happens if you take all of the different pills at the same time?
Oh, that's gonna be a fucking treat. How many pills did I make? 5? Are there 5 pills? If he takes the Echo's Veil, you guys are all not gonna remember him, like where he's been for the past 2 days, but that's fine too. Yeah. I want him to take all of them except for the one that is blatantly poison.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not
fair.
down to kill him right now.
No, we don't want. I mean, yeah, we obviously don't want harm on our Scour, but he's got a bit of a problem with the pills. And I think that as I realized that he had been missing while we've been looking over these weapons. Yeah, Scour's down there taste testing, like kind of like at at the ice cream shop when you can taste each ice cream. But just trying all the pills all at the same time, the ones that are non-lethal.
Absolutely. Can you draw me? Not draw me. Can you roll me 4 20-siders?
4? You got it.
4 of them.
All right, Scour. There's 1.
Okay, well, we know now that he
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. No, you're fine.
There's 2.
Oh, that's a 12-sider.
That was a.
My
yeah.
bad.
But you did roll a 12 on a 12-sider. Good job. The natural 20
We're too
is
far in now.
hilarious.
Ooh, D20. Look at that. All right, and how about a 15 as well?
Okay, so in order, like, he got mixed success on everybody forgetting where he was the last 2 days. He got mixed success on he doesn't remember the last 2 days. He rolled a 20 on a Titan's Fury, which doubles his strength.
Nice.
And he rolled a 15 on the Elixir of the Phoenix. So he does not remember where he like comes to. He's just like, where am I? he doesn't remember the last 2 days. You don't remember where he was you don't remember him existing the last 2 days. Like, you just didn't see him at all. He was with you the whole time. Also, he looks healthier and more jacked than he's ever looked. He looks amazing.
Gower, my boy, what have you been up to?
It's just like, I guess I've been working out. And he just starts flexing. He's like,
Yeah,
look at these.
look at this guy.
2 whole days just in the gym.
My goodness, Gower.
It's like, I guess so. It's just
I
like,
don't know what you've been up to the past couple days. I forgot you were a thing. But you know what? I'm glad that you're here with us now. We might need you. So, get over here, buddy.
it's like he's flexing. And the green fish guy is just, can somebody pay for those?
What, the free samples?
We're a black market. We don't really do free samples. Actually, no, that's wrong because everybody forgot him taking them.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
He
That's
took
right.
them right in front of you all. Nobody remembers him doing it.
Yeah.
Which gives an idea. Let's just take all the stuff and run with a few of those forget-me-pills.
You think we should all take the forget me pills? And then, what are you saying?
So, if we just take whatever items here we want,
Yeah.
like just take them because they're priced like this guy's
Very-
committing daylight robbery.
Mhm.
So we're morally correct here. If we just take the stuff and then take the pill to make him forget that we took the stuff.
We're right here. We can hear your conversation. And he like moves the pills the forget me pills behind him.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Beef, what else can we do to help get maybe some of your wares into my shop? Is there anything that you need in your shop or my shop? Or is there anything you need done from a group of, I don't know, we got a ferret that looks like John Cena right now. So is there anything you need done?
He's just fucking you can't see me over and over again.
He's doing the you can't see me.
You can't remember me.
Fucking Scour's wearing jorts.
Let's work something out.
It's just like, well, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm always here to deal. Now, I can think of a couple of things that you could do. Like, obviously, I would love to branch out, sell our stuff in your shop, maybe vice versa, see what we can do. And it's just like, now, you could, help us out with this growing problem in the Celestial Sea. See why our boats are going missing? Obvious job. You look like a bunch of capable... And he looks over at Scour and is just like, yeah, you guys look capable. I don't even remember you coming in. Stealthy. It's just like, that's the easy one. Or, we could, it's just like, how do you feel about a little intimidation work? Like, say, there's somebody leaning on us for more money, more of a bigger cut lately, and we would like them to back off.
That sounds rather fun.
Yeah, I'm with Vulpa there. What do you think there? Well, I would like to go to the rest of the group. I mean, if you think that we could help out Beef here, I don't mind shaking down some people.
Beef being a pink fish man is very funny to me.
if
Who's the green one?
I think his name is Peas.
Beef and peas.
Beef and peas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We got mashed potatoes and carrots around here somewhere. It's a real Scottish pie up in here. I mean, real cottage pie up in here.
They have Scottish accents too.
Oh my, I can't do a Scottish accent, but everybody from now on, think of beef and peas as doing Scottish accents. Not everybody in Haven, just these two and
These
their
two.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
amazing.
Potatoes and carrots. Actually, so I gotta write this down. Because I will forget. We have beef, peas, potatoes, and carrots.
Who's potato? Oh, potatoes and carrots. Got it.
Yeah, they're not in here right now, but they work for this group.
Sure. Irwin,
And if they
Osiria,
have any more
what
family.
do y'all think? You think we should help Beef out here?
Well, if that is what you would like to do, I will lend my assistance where I can.
Well, since my plan is clearly no longer an option, yeah, I suppose we might as well.
I think we
Yeah.
could also. Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
Scow is just flexing. She's just like, look at these. I'm as big as Royce. He rolled a 20 on that, so that's just gonna last the rest of this game, and he's not gonna be addicted to him. He's just gonna be less jacked tomorrow when he wakes up.
Fair. That's awesome. We got a buffed up Scour for the mission. All right, who do we got to talk to? Where we got to go?
All right. So, one of the council members, Ms Waveheart, you may have met her. It's just like fish woman. Lately, she's been wearing like a foam green suit, pink tie. Couldn't miss her. She pretends that she's all on the up and up. She says she's the tourism board leader, but what she really is just a mobster. She leans on us constantly to collect. She collects 10%. That seems fair. We were fine with that. And she went up to 25%. Still not loving it, but now she demands 50% of our take. 50%. So we just need her to back off. But I do gotta give you a heads up. She has the guards and Silverfin in her pocket. So she's not easily intimidated.
Sounds
And
good.
so, what are you looking to get out of her? Just lowering the price?
Just knowing where she stands is all that is important. Like, we take all this risk. We are the ones that find these wonderful items, and we're the ones that, have to deal with the customer. Not that dealing with any of you has ever been a problem. Like, you are all fantastic, and I love my customers.
All right, Beef. Listen, we go take care of your problem, and you make sure me and my group will get something from your shop, whether they want one of your nice little weapons you got heading back there, or maybe some pills. I don't know. Scour's had enough, but the option lays open. You take care of us, we'll
I've
take
had
care of your problem.
pills? That explains
Yeah, I don't know what you're
some things.
talking about.
Did we forget that there was pills?
We
Scour
forgot.
forgot that he took the pills.
Oh,
we,
right.
we forgot everything that Scour did for the last 2 days, including
right,
taking the pills.
We didn't forget that Beef showed us pills.
You
No.
did not forget that Beef showed you pills. No.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got pills. Oh, but I did say that I
But
got
the
you.
Scour had enough.
The Scour took pills, right? Totally forgot that. Well, he's an addict anyway. He doesn't need. Listen, we don't need to give Scour anything anyway.
I'm in 12 step.
Yeah,
Just like,
exactly. Listen, I
I'm
know
gonna get over this.
Scour really well. I know there's an addictive personality there. So we might have to have an intervention with Scour when we get back, but that's a story another time. I'll tell you what. You take care of us. We'll take care of your problem, and we'll go set these guards straight.
I think it would be funny if someone was to take the pill that makes you forget what you did the last 2 days without knowing what it did. And then after becoming like aware again of like the present moment, seeing the same jar of pills and going, I wonder what this does. I wonder what this does.
Yeah,
I
very much.
wonder what this does.
Just leave it in somebody's room. It's just like labeled 1 a day. There you go.
Oh no!
Just perpetually like having no idea. Wait, there was that movie, Drew Barrymore, 50 First Dates. Is that what that movie was called?
Yeah.
I'm not ready to do an Adam Sandler movie parody game yet.
Yet.
Oh, man.
No, but the setup is there.
It's ready.
All right, so yeah, and he's just like at Beef. It's just like, of course, whatever. I will reward all of you with a steep discount, and I will again grant you access to selling my items from the shop, and each one of you can claim an item of your choosing. If you solve one of these problems, each of you can choose like something from something even more valuable.
Yeah.
It's like, I will give you an extra reward for the entire group if you do solve both of my problems.
Scour smashes the table. Yeah, I'm excited. I think we should do it. Let's go.
Sounds fun.
Scour is just like, I can intimidate the world, and just flexes again. You guys hear just a rip of his shirt ripping open. Alright, so you guys can go back into Haven. You were in Haven, but now you're like leaving the shady place. And what's the plan? How do we intimidate how do we intimidate Miss Moonglow, I believe her name was. Oh, Waveheart, sorry. Miss Moonglow's another one.
What do you guys think?
Well, it sounds like traditional fear might be off the table,
They do have guards.
but blackmail might not be.
We could buy our way in, maybe.
It's like, I'm down for blackmail, but how do we blackmail her? Like, what do we got? And like Scour is just again just staring at himself in the fountain, like looking at his muscles. Look at these.
Well, it might be not in her best interest if people knew about her relationship with the guards.
Does anyone in the group have any sort of magic or spells that we can work on some guards, or anything that I mean I can fight my way in, but if we want to avoid conflict, might be able to get in there a different way. If you guys have anything up your sleeves that we might be able to get in there.
Well, I'm pretty good at finding people and giving a little bit of a distraction.
Do some optical illusions.
Ooh, now we're talking. What you got up your sleeve there, Irwin?
Oh, let's have a look at the old spell book. So
Yeah.
we got magic tricks. Produce a tiny magical effect to surprise, delight, and confuse those around you.
Could you just go in and do some card tricks for them? or do we could get a little more?
Actual magic, not sleight of hand.
Oh,
I think that actually, I suck at sleight of hand. It has to be
fair.
real magic.
It'd be real magic. Yeah.
Has to be real magic.
Who's the turtle man? What are you? Who's this guy?
These are the turtle guards.
Oh,
They're the
Okay,
ones
got
that are going to be like, if you were trying to sneak into her office, like Waveheart's office, like these are the guards like at the door.
oh, got you. Right on.
I just figured like this is the office that we want to get into,
Fair.
just because it's easiest.
Perhaps the best one, actually. I'm looking at the old character sheet here. Got mesmerize, dazzle a nearby commoner or minion with an optical illusion. Creature must be able to see until you leave the area. A creature cannot move, take actions, or respond to conversation.
Yeah, you do that to you. I think you should work your magic there. I see them work your magic. Let's see what I did there. Right on those guards, and we'll hide. We'll go over in the corner, and we'll wait, or we can watch. I like magic. Me and Scour are big magic guys. So, what do you got? You should do that.
Yeah, I think I'll give that a go. Can I just do like the old trick where you kind of loop the footage on a camera, but with their brains, and make them just kind of keep seeing the same 15 seconds for long enough for us to walk past them?
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I roll, and before you roll for it,
Yeah.
what is the 15 seconds of? Just, I need, like, if you do roll low, I want to know when the clipping is that they notice.
If I do roll low, then they'll see somebody kind of walk into their frame of vision, and then like reset back to just outside their frame of vision and walk back in again.
Absolutely.
Just kind of like over and over.
So, like, you've got, like, even on a failure, not a 1, you've got a couple seconds to get in before they figure out something went weird.
Okay.
So, yeah, give me that 20-sider. As long as it's not a 1, you guys are going to be able to get into this building. Oof, a 3 is rough, though.
3 is rough,
But it's not a 1.
but it's
Not
not
a
a
one.
1.
But they are, like, so you guys... so you guys just sneak right past? And, like, this is Ms Waveheart. I don't got Scour in here, but he is definitely here. So you guys just rush in, and a couple of seconds later, after you guys are already in the building, we're gonna say you're not even into the office yet, like, but you guys are just running around the building. You start to hear the security guards, like, conversation, like, start yelling out for people, like, "Hey!" And, like, then they're talking into their shells, but they definitely have the shells pinned on their lapels, like the way that cops keep their like mic, like they lean into her and they're just like, we got some tricksy magic users in the area, keep a lookout. And it's just like, and then it comes back like, Roger. And yeah, you guys are currently sneaking around a basically not office building, but kind of like a chateau situation. You don't see Ms Waveheart yet. She's in here somewhere. But how are we sneaking around? How do you guys, like, keep out of sight?
I'm huge, but I'm doing my best. But I am also looking to see if there's anything of interest outside of her in this room. Can I see if there's anything else in here?
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider.
No, man.
Oof, that's a heckin' one. It's like, you know what? You see a very fancy, it looks like a conductor's baton. Like, just made of, like, it might be made of bone. It's incredibly thin and delicate. And like, Bamin, you can't help yourself. It's just like, is it Bamin or Scour that can't help themselves and just grabs it?
Oh. Yeah, Scour grabs that.
Scour just like picks it up. He's just like, look what I found. And immediately alarms are just blaring all through the compound. Like, you guys hear multiple footsteps running down the hallways. It's like, this way! And Scour just looks back over his shoulder at the rest of you guys. It's like, I didn't do it. He's just holding it behind his back.
Oh, that could be a
I-
problem.
I might have an idea here.
Okay.
So, I think Osiria kind of she pulls out a notebook, kind of flips through it for a moment, and I'm going to play a magician spell scroll. Technically, a spell has an X cost. Can I pay it? Because the X is to get more people to use it, get the effect.
Yeah, whenever an X is, you have to use your actual AP, but yeah, you can definitely do it.
Because it's going to be a lot, but I'm going to spend 8 to cast invisibility on everyone.
Ooh.
Which it'll only be a minute, but
That's
it'll
enough.
hopefully buy us enough time.
Are you casting it on Scour too?
Yes.
So 8 for that?
Yep.
So yeah, you guys all just... and guards come running into the room, and it's 2 turtle guards, and then you see let me get their tokens. So we got turtle. And another turtle. They come running in. Behind them, they bring multiple other fish guards, but the turtle guards look like the ones that are jacked. You know what I mean? Those are, we would call them bosses. But don't worry, there's a little octopus guard that comes running in too.
Look at that guy.
There's gonna be 2 of them. Cause that was still a 1, so you guys got a lot of guards.
But we're all invisible.
So you're all completely invisible. You are not silent, but you are invisible.
Question, real quick.
Yeah, hit
Does
me.
casting something break the invisibility, or is it just noise?
Let's see. The only specification is if a creature attacks while invisible. However, I feel like if you cast a spell, it might alert them to your location regardless.
In that case, I think Vulpa's going to kind of look to go behind one of those pillars. And I think she's going to cast an illusory creature of just a random fish person to try and make them think they caught the intruders.
Too bad. That's a good plan.
Yeah, I'm fully supported. Is the illusion just gonna be standing there, or is the illusion gonna run away?
She's gonna have it kind of, I guess, go run towards the balcony from behind a different pillar and try and jump off of it.
Absolutely. Roll me that 20-sider, please. $13. Osiria.
Yep, that's bad.
You see the illusion happens. You see Vulpa's illusionary fish person running, and they look like a very successful illusion. You see them. What does this fish thief look like, Vulpa, that you have created?
I think it's gonna be probably one of the random citizens that she's seen as she's walking through the streets.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So it looks exactly like a real person.
Yes, just a random civilian, more or less. So she doesn't really care.
I love it. somebody in the chat name this person for me because it's a real person that is going to be blamed for this. But Osiria,
Mm-hmm.
like you see 3 of them. You see the first 2 turtle guards run to the edge, and this last one, the last squid guy, is standing in the middle of the room as you suddenly realize you are growling under your throat, like compulsively.
Yeah,
And
I
the
feel
whole
like,
room is starting to rumble. Go ahead.
I feel like there's definitely a bit of like hunter's instinct going on, seeing that initial like person running away. Like that might be what triggered it initially.
Oh, absolutely. Are you trying to resist the urge to chase after the illusionary thief yourself?
That's kind of what I'm thinking, honestly.
Absolutely. Roll me a nice little resist. See what you can do.
It's like Feeb is his name.
Oh, his name's Feeb. Poor guy.
19.
9, absolutely. Yeah. So how did you get it completely under control?
I think it was more of just like a... Just... It had to be, since what initially triggered it was the illusion running away, what stops it is rationalizing that, like, that's not real, there's nothing to catch even if she were to chase after it right now. And kind of just, like, focusing it on that to, like, basically calm her more feral side down.
Absolutely. And yeah, which direction did you have them run off into, Vulpa? Like, the illusion is still, like, there, and, like, I know on your art, like, you were talking about having, like, the little marionette things. Is that, like, are your hands moving like that while you control this illusion as it runs through?
Yeah, she definitely has it in her hand and is moving it as though she were controlling it to run. And yeah, she's going to basically just have it sort of jump off of that balcony back there and go into probably the nearest river she can remember.
It's just like, they're like, get him! It was Feeb! I saw him! As like the 2 turtles like really slowly climb over the railing. And even though they're like, they now could be facing you to look at you directly, they're so like caught up in the climbing down that they just do not look over and see you. And I think the 2 octopuses just leave the room. And you guys just start to hear all the guards like leaving the building. It's just, make sure there's nobody else, nobody in here! And they just repeatedly, you just hear yelling that it's all clear, they must be in the city.
Can Irwin use his amorphous body to, like, mimic one of the squid guards? Just kind of, like, squeeze into that shape a little.
Sure. Do you have an illusion for that?
Well, no. 'Cause remember, he was like, he's just a pile of meat. He's done it as he's pretended to be a frog that way before.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll say you see one of their helmets laying on the ground. It's like you can squeeze yourself into that helmet and then like do the like tentacle face thing.
Yeah. A little bit uncomfortable on the sclera, but, you know, you do what you
Mhm.
gotta.
You roll me a 20-sided to see just how convincing you are.
Okay. Let's see.
Middle of the road, like from a distance. I think that is what it is. From a distance, you can like nobody sees it, but if you let people get too close, then there's a real chance that they're gonna like, wait a minute.
Okay, very good. It's about as much as one could hope for.
But you can still be invisible too. Like
Yes.
Vulpa's the only one that did anything to reveal themselves. Scour holds up a conductor's wand made of like incredibly delicate I want to say coral now that I think about it. Have you guys ever played Fortnite? Do you know like the coral cruiser, what that sounds like? That is what happens when he waves this in the air.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so where are we off to? Like, you guys, there are still guards patrolling around looking, but nobody in this room because I think the person that was in here jumped over the ledge.
Does anyone else want to search the room for stuff before we move on to look for our fish head lady?
I think it's probably best to start searching for the fish head lady, because we don't know how long they'll be out chasing that illusion.
I agree, and more so, interfering with anything else could prove dangerous.
Yeah, set off more alarms.
Precisely.
All right.
Right, so yeah, you guys go ahead and roll me a, how are we gonna like, I was just rolling, yeah, gotta roll searches for me. So everybody just roll me a 20-sided to see if you can, like, what you find. Yeah, that'll do it. Don't worry, your 5 was covered up by the 3 other successes. I think it is definitely a moment where, like, as you guys are, like, searching the halls, like, your invisibility does wear off. And one of the squid guards looks down the hallway and sees Irwin disguised as the squid guard. He's just like, is it all clear down there?
Yeah, all clear. All clear.
Hey, buddy, who are you with? Like, which company? As he, like, starts to walk towards you. But the other 3 of you succeeded fully. So how do you guys help Irwin not get spotted?
From the, Wait. Before I answer that, which company are you from?
I'm from Muscle Company. Are you with the clams? Or are you with the starfish?
Oysters.
Oysters. They're all looking. He's like, look. We don't have any freshwater companies in here. As he like reaches down and like you see his like hand go towards his baton at his waist.
I just transferred in.
I think Vulpa might use a small magic trick to make it sound like somebody is running behind the guard.
You see him whip around. He's just like, intruders! And just like starts chasing after the sound. It's just like, he totally, like, doesn't totally. He's in the back of his mind. He's gonna remember that somebody said they're from Oyster Company here. Scott was just by Irwin's leg, just like, why would they have oysters here? Ridiculous. And he just like is leading us down, like, and then there's definitely a wall that Bamin, because you rolled the 19.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what a secret room looks like.
Sure do.
It's like, what was the giveaway? Like, how did we get into this secret room?
Well, it was the secret. We're along the wall, right? And Scour had. Well, we noticed one of the. I guess is there books along here? Because I think it was one of the books actually that.
Absolutely, yeah.
that we
Maybe
saw. Yeah, I mean, the book was like a completely different color than all the other books. It's so obvious that it actually hurts.
Oh wow. Okay, so they're really bad at hiding secret rooms in Haven.
Yeah.
It's just like Scour looks at it too. It's just like these guys, amateur hour up in here. I bet if we ran this, like going Bamin and him, like it would completely change it. And like as you like open the door, you see what can only be described as a speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
And like and Ms Wavehearts inside, and she turns around and she just like jumps back and she's like, hi everybody, how are you doing? What brings you guys in here? I didn't know that I had a tour today. It's just, how did you guys get in here? Do you have anything to do with the alarms that are going off? I got lost. I don't know how I ended up in here.
Oh no, I think I heard that was Feeb actually.
Feeb. She narrows her eyes. Miss Waveheart will remember this.
It's always Feeb. I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
Well, Vulpa's gonna give a small smile to herself.
It's like, they will pay. And like she like looks at Bamin and then looks out over all of you, and she's just like, "All right, what?" And her tone changes, and she's like, "All right, what's going on here? How can I help you?"
We've heard that you are working with beef, and I want to know what your deal is currently with beef. You got beef with beef?
I got beef with beef. It's like, what is he saying? Is he telling you that I'm extorting him? That I'm charging far too much?
Are you?
I am. But specifically with and it's just like, this might seem a little too forward. I intend to run him out of town.
Mm. So here's the thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Beef sent us here to take care of his situation. He's got quite a bit of really good wares down there that we want. How can you make a offer to us that's better than what he has offered to us?
I am looking to legitimize the black market. I want to tear it down and start again. I want to make everything out in the open. It's like, if people want to buy their drugs, they can buy their drugs. If people want to buy their weapons, I support you buying your weapons. I fully support all of it. I want it above ground. I want it on the up and up. He wants it underground because that's where he can extort everybody. He can charge ridiculous amounts because he knows that there's no regulation. I seek to regulate it all. And then just this city could be so much better if we just started selling the things that other people are afraid to sell. It's like, who does it hurt if we mass produce the drugs? The only people taking them are the people who want them.
Have you attempted to rope him into this plan, or did you just jump to running him out of business?
I'll be honest, I was never a fan of beef. Just like, he overcharged many people. He stopped people from getting life-saving medicine. So, I want nothing to do with him. I relish putting him out of business. But now I see he's gone to the point of hiring guards.
I wouldn't say guards. I think we're more like goons.
I prefer
Ah.
the word extortionist.
You see, Scour puts his hockey mask on and pulls out a machete. Of course, of course. And how do I get out of this without having my legs broken?
What can you offer us?
It's just like, well, I didn't realize Lockstitch was going to get involved in this. I offer trade. Wide, open trade. It's just like, I want to run the black market out of the city. It's like Feeb and Beef and his whole pie worth of a family. I want them out. We could set up legitimate shops. We are already in talks with Krieg, of Krieg at Market Square fame. We can line up a shop for you, dear Bamin. We know who you are. We have Cat, and they're... I believe they call them bikes. We could do this all legitimately. Of course, some of the things would have to go. Like, we could not be seen selling items definitely stolen from other sides, other cultures, other sides of the world. We'd have to confiscate those and try to return them to their previous owners. And what I mean by that is literally all the weapons he showed you are stolen goods.
No offense, but if you outlaw it, won't you just make a new underground economy?
Yeah. Why would it be on the black market now if it wasn't already illegal? We're just like a darker black market.
The blacker market.
A blacker market.
Well, that's where I would like to begin I've already begun work on changing the guards. The guards will stop accepting cutbacks, and we will... there will definitely be some punishment set up of the corporal variety. We will have to be a little stricter. We will have to set the rules a little harder. There will be costs. And not everybody's gonna like it, but we must get things under control.
If you don't mind, may the group and I have a moment to chat.
Absolutely. She's like, and by all means, help yourselves to a drink.
Scour jumps at that opportunity. Double fists, whatever's offered.
I think Vulpa will also swipe one.
I'm not sure what a bunch of drinks and all the pills he took would do to him, but he's finding out.
Yeah, don't worry, he completely forgot the fact that he took pills, so he doesn't know he's taking pills with alcohol.
Exactly. All right, guys, what do you think? I kind of want to bite this fish's head off, but what do you think?
Well, let's not kill her.
I'm sorry, it's my nature.
I'm not opposed to a little violence from time to time.
I think we could potentially get the best of both worlds by convincing her to postpone this plan and telling our beef friend that it went successfully.
So you're saying to accept this, but then let Beef know that we took care of business to get what we need.
Play both sides. I do like that.
Scour is just drinking. He's, oh, what did I
Scour,
eat?
what do you think? What's Scour think of the plan?
What do we think Scour thinks? He's probably, like, he likes the idea of making more money. So, like, if you guys have trade, like, shut down, like, the black market and just, like, have it a very open, like, bazaar style thing, I think he would want to lean more money. Also drugs. Now, he would like to legalize all the drugs.
Yeah, we might be able to get money from this fish, and then go back and get the guns as well. We could make out both sides.
Yeah, I think that's worth the attempt.
I think B said he was okay with it being 25%. We could convince her to cut it to 25% for a month. And that way he thinks we didn't cheat him when we'll be long gone by then.
True.
To be
That
fair,
sounds like a sound strategy to me.
the
Go on.
the Lockstitch have set themselves up in a dorm in this city, by the way. Like,
Oh, so we're not like running. We're not leaving town. We're not skipping.
I-
We got to be.
you
here.
four can. You four can just be like, we're gonna make this deal, and us four are never gonna be seen in Haven. Like, we're just gonna bounce.
That's
And that could be
100% Vulpa's plan.
What
That
if
could be a really funny, like, you guys are just never seen in this city again.
what if we make it part of the deal that that they drive Beef out? Like, he's got to go. Like, if we're doing this deal, no more Beef.
I mean, you saw his prices. Were we going to have long-term trade relations with him?
Well, if they run Beef out of town, I mean, Beef does have connections. We could bring Beef with us.
We can open a new black market elsewhere.
Beef's got the goods.
Scour is just like, are we moving Beef to the Silver Thimble?
Beef could look after my shop while. I mean, I'm not at the shop as much as I normally am due to all these crazy adventures y'all bring me on. Beef could watch over my shop. I mean, I don't know Beef. I just met Beef today, but according to the guy that I know that knows that guy that occasionally hung out with the other guy, friend, he's a pretty good dude. So I don't know. I think we could. I would trust Beef to watch my shop. But first, we need some weapons. Yeah.
Okay.
We play this lady, and then we get. I think we bring Beef with us.
Yeah. So, yeah, she comes back and she's just like, have you come to a decision? Oop, let me put her to the front.
We have.
I love these fish-headed characters.
Yes, very well. Yeah, we would like to. We're gonna. We'll agree with your terms there. Is that what you would like? And we'll go back and we'll talk with Beef. But we want to be rewarded well. Now, before we leave.
Right now.
Yeah.
In this moment.
That would be fine. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely.
Sure.
What is it that I can offer you? I do not have much in the way of trade as of yet, but I can promise you storefront opportunities. Would you like... I mean, I see where you're all set up right now. Like, cots on the floor in the... what is it? Mrs. Keynote's apartments. But I could offer you something much finer. How does, like, all of you that stay in Haven first-class hotel rooms at the... I need a fish-related hotel name. I want to say like I want to say it's like the Ritz, but like how do I make a fish joke out of the Ritz?
The Coral Estates is probably as good as we can get.
The Coral Estates is pretty good.
Yeah.
So like she's just like, I can guarantee all of you your own rooms at the Coral Estates. You could have the top 3 floors just to the Lockstitch group. Although, that said, of course, you all must understand that we will be making our partnership known. We will begin rebuilding the markets together. Trade between the Silver Thimble and Haven is gonna have to become top priority for me. It'll work out wonderfully for you as well. Slowly, through trade, I could gain up some more political power throughout the city. Slowly. And then maybe we become more lax on the weapon carrying policies around town, allowing you all to feel more comfortable.
Bamin kind of tries to look away and speak to just the group. Do we want a place here, you guys, or is there any? Can we like do we want just like some tangible stuff to take out of here? What do we want?
If I can get a bottle of this to go, I would be fine.
A bottle. You just want the
She
drink?
has a glass of wine in her hand.
All right, we got Scour Part 2 over here. I don't know if we bring Beef with us and send him back to the Silver Thimble, and then we have some space over here. I mean, that might not be too bad. Unless we just want to work this fish for some credits.
Considering what we're going to be potentially getting from Beef, I think it's fine if the others gain something.
This
Is this location opportunity good for all members of the Lockstitch crew?
Absolutely. I'll begin writing up the trade agreements immediately. And then we can discuss where everybody's setting up. I do not have a ton of open buildings, but we will have enough space to fit a motorcycle dealership for Cat, a Krieg's at Market Square for Krieg, and then and yeah, you guys will get your tower built. Like, you guys already built a tower here. What else would you guys want? Like, if for the crew, you can build a building, but it has to be you four deciding right now. Like, what else would you want?
I would love a theater.
A theater, that's an interesting one. Would that be like with a stage or like a movie theater?
Like live performances, like those plays.
I'm sure Haven already has a theater of some kind, like that, like a stage theater, but they definitely don't have a movie theater because they don't have that technology yet. And you guys could bring that technology to them. And that would...
Imagine the first movie theater in this town could make a killing on popcorn sales alone.
What about a dine-in theater? Or dive-in theater, sorry.
A dive-in theater?
Yeah, like, with the giant swimming pools and movie up on.
a movie theater with a fucking pool in it is hilarious to me.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, then I think I know what we're doing.
Oh, a movie theater with a pool? Okay, if that's what you guys want. Yeah.
It's actually the Silver Thimble's greatest export right now is movies, because that's what they do. So it's actually more on track than expected.
Oh, instead of a drive-in, it's a dive-in. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid. So that's that part of it. How are we gonna tell Beef that he needs to move the fuck out?
We're gonna offer Beef. Hey, Beef.
Oh, did you talk to her?
We did. We did.
Terrible woman, isn't she?
The worst. I'd like to offer you a position at the Silver Thimble in my shop. I think what you have here and your connections are extremely valuable to me and my crew. And I have been out quite frequently. I'd like to employ you, my friend Beef. To come to with us and all your connections and weaponry to the Silver Thimble. And she will and the fish lady will be no problem ever again.
Well, I mean, Bamin, I've heard much about the Silver Thimble, and I've heard that it's an up-and-coming trade location, but my connections are down here. The Midnight Doctor, he's not going to be moving. He needs this location to build and, like, produce the, his supply and his merchandise. He points to all the pills. And just, I can't expect him to ship things all the way up to the Silver Thimble. The waters are very dangerous right now. I'd be losing out on a lot of money.
I'm gonna be real with you, Beef. I'm not sure how viable this business model is long term.
It's been working thus far.
Yes, but you have to think long term. Who's to say that all of this isn't gonna just collapse pretty quick here, actually? And there's going to be, stricter laws coming down the pipeline. Look, all we're saying is it would be, in the long run, a better move.
Beef, the fish said she's not gonna bother you anymore. I'm just trying to offer you a position up at the Silver Thimble. But I think I'm going to encourage you to take the offer, because it'd be wise if you did. I kind of start to puff up my chest a little bit. I mean, I'm just my nature to get a little angry at times, but I'm giving him a fair option here to accept.
Yeah, roll me 2 d20s. Ooh, I sure hope it's not that too. 12 does it though. I think Scour cuts in front of you as you're puffing up his chest, and he puffs up his chest, and just kind of looks ridiculous because he's just a little guy that's he's got too much muscle right now. He's he's hilarious looking. And then Beef kind of starts to laugh, and then he looks up and sees Bamin start to puff up. And I have seen crocodiles do not in real life, because I would never. do the puffing up thing, and they get fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, Beef's like, okay. I can see where the tides are turning. All right. Do you have space for my whole crew? Because I can't leave carrots, peas, and potatoes behind.
All the vegetables are welcome.
Absolutely. It's just like, all right. Can we? I don't have a boat to get there myself. Do you mind giving me a lift?
Yep.
Oh,
You're with us, Beef. You're one of us now.
all right. So he loads up. Let me get to this one real quick. Beef brings all of his supplies to the dock, and like his merchandise, and it is a lot of stuff. He has significantly more than he showed you guys. He's just got boxes upon boxes of items. It's just like these are all just unsorted. Once we get to your shop, we'll set it up and like we'll fill all your shelves.
Before we pack it all up and load it up, let's let the crew here fill your end of the bargain here and let us grab a little something before we get moving. We'll have plenty of time for packing and loading and setting up your shop soon, but I want to make sure that my crew is taken care of.
He's just like, I appreciate that. We'll get you all of your stuff. I'm gonna have to insist that we hold off until we get to the Silver Thimble. I want to make sure this is a safe journey. And you got carrots and peas and potatoes also just on your ship, like stowing goods.
I just noticed. Beef backwards. Is Feeb.
Feeb.
Beef, are you related to Feeb by any chance?
Oh yeah, Feeb's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cousin
very-
Feeb gets into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's about to.
Oh, we have heard.
I watched him steal something in front of my eyes. It was terrible.
That's fine. So long as we get back to the Silver Thimble, we get my crew set.
Is Feeb in trouble?
Not yet.
What do you know about Feeb? Do you know something? Do I need to go get him? Then he
No, I
stops
think-
and thinks about his... Oh, go ahead.
I think he's a good runner.
If,
Oh, if I know one thing about Feeb is he's a great runner.
however, if you are concerned for his safety, and as long as the others have no qualms with it, he could be brought along as well.
It's just like, I always like to see Feeb. It's like I imagine he would be an invaluable. What is the co-worker?
Colleague?
It's like I bet he would do amazing in the Silver Thimble.
For what?
Oh, Feeb. I mean, he's like, if we're looking for a second story man, Feeb's your guy. He can break into anybody's house.
Listen, we already got the vegetable family coming. I think we don't necessarily need a Feeb.
I mean, I'm not gonna press it, but like, if you guys do know he's in trouble, you would tell me, right?
course.
Of course.
Osiria, do we want to go get Feeb, or did we leave Feeb behind?
So, just to make sure I know where everybody else stands on this, Bamin and Vulpa are on the stance of leave him here, correct?
That's my stance.
Yes.
Bamin would like him to stay behind.
And did
Totally
Irwin get any
indifferent.
thoughts? All right, so I suppose in that case, suppose Osiria would listen to the majority vote and leave him, I guess. She doesn't exactly like it, but she's going to trust the crew.
Feeb, who is not been actually running through the city, although everybody thinks he is, he's just sitting at home eating a bowl of cereal in his underwear right now. It's just like, it's just a quick cut to him just like spooning Cheerios into his mouth, reading the back of a box of cereal. No idea that all the guards in the city are heading to him.
Oh no.
It's frosted fish flakes, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yes.
It's gotta be Frosted Fish Flakes. He was framed. Don't worry, Feeb's done enough bad things that warrant him going to jail. I guess. Fuck it, he's just a thief, I don't care.
You say frame, it's just put in a different perspective.
So we're out on the Celestial Sea, going across. I think I'll actually move us to where I think we are. So I think we're like somewhere over here, not directly over the eye. Don't worry about the eye. The eye is not the concern today. But Beef is just like, it's around here that my shipments went missing a couple of times. And then, can you all roll me a 20-sider again?
Oh my god.
2 20s.
Got a couple 20s here, pal.
Absolutely. Okay, so
3 20s? Or just 2?
Just do.
madness though. But yeah, I mean, Irwin and Bamin rolling, like you all rolled successes, but Irwin and Bamin getting the highest actually does make sense. You see, we cannot leave the inside of Bamin's shop because there is no air out there, for the record.
Fair.
But Bamin, what do you have in your house, in your shop, that warns you of the fact that something is underneath you, that something is under the ship?
Oh, there's something under the ship. Well, there's a it's not like an anchor because it's not that heavy, but there's something that is tied to the bottom of the ship that casts quite a large. It's not a net because it's not like catching anything, but it's wide enough and large enough that it will hit and the ship will shake if we are above something large. So it's kind of like a it senses by like it feels like it's an earthquake kind of situation.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
It'll hit things down there.
Right? So yeah, you immediately pick up on the fact that there is something below you, and it Irwin, you can like just look out the window and you see like the shadow of a ship underneath you. Like there's a light coming up from the bottom of the water and hitting them, and you just see a shadow. Because you guys' roles, they do not know that you are coming. Like you have the jump on, and like you see Beef just like tap his chin. That makes sense. If they were striking from beneath, we wouldn't see them coming.
Beef, you got something to throw down there?
He's just like, I mean, he opens up a box and it has 5 scuba suits. He's like, he points at you guys.
Oh, I don't know. We gotta go swimming down there. I was wondering if you had you got anything we can throw down there?
He's just like, oh, I mean, of course. And he's just like,
Unless, listen, group, do we want to scuba down there?
You mentioned an anchor earlier. Can we just drop an anchor on, like, through their ship? Can we do
we're gonna go
some
fishing for their ship with an anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, you guys know exactly where they are, and like you have snuck up on them completely. So, we're just gonna pirate the pirate ship. All right.
Okay, so they don't know
what
we're up
rolls
here.
do we want to make here? Like, what do we think is Like, I will let all four of you make a roll if you each tell me exactly like what you are doing to set up this attack.
Could Vulpa perhaps use like maybe far shot in like a see further kind of way to like aim it?
Yeah, for sure. What's that look like? Because Vulpa's like also magician, right? Or, like illusion magic, right?
Yes.
Are you like projecting an illusion of what is underneath us? So we actually, but are we Iron Manning this?
I was almost thinking like sort of like creating a spyglass that looks through the water more clearly.
Okay, absolutely, like a little scrying pool situation.
Sort of, yes, like kind of like the bottom center of the boat.
Yeah, for sure. Roll me a 20-sider for that. Alright, so we got a tough choice. Alright, so what we have a very alright, so either we have a very narrow window or like I'm gonna roll or they roll to be able to detect the fact that you're spying on them.
I think she's going to care more about being discreet and trusting that the crew can execute within the tight window.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. For sure. And Osiria, what is... Because Irwin's getting ready to drop a fucking anchor. So, how's Osiria helping? And just so we know, that, these are pirates. Like,
Okay.
Everything we know says that these guys have been sinking ships and taking goods.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question, is before, like, anything, are we certain these are, like, the bad guys, or the thieves here?
I, Alan, as a GM, am telling you that these people have been responsible for at least a couple murders recently.
Gotcha.
They're stealing from bad guys, but they're still killing those bad guys. They're all thieves,
I mean,
but...
Yeah, like, bad guys is a difficult term here, but, like, point is, they are thieves.
Point is, they would, like, if they saw you first, they would not stop to ask questions. They would be trying to sink Bamin's ship. You guys just rolled really fucking good anyway. What was it? 16, 20, 18, 20? Yeah.
So, in that case, I would like to use Vortex to basically, like, not create a whirlpool on the surface necessarily, but more or less cause something underwater that will effectively trap them where they are so they can't escape what we're about to do.
For sure. Give me that 20-sider.
One moment here.
Another tough choice. It. I think I'm gonna hold off until the other two roll. So you two's like tough choices. I just like, you can like. We'll see how the other two go. So you get the vortex going, or you start getting ready to start the vortex. Is Bamin back?
Yep.
All right. So Bamin, we're about to drop this anchor on them. Vulpa is gonna like tell us exactly where they are. Osiria is gonna trap them like in a whirlpool.
Mhm.
How does Bamin prepare for this? Like, also, are we just looking to sink this ship, or are we looking to hook this ship?
My initial thought was sink, just like hit them with something big and heavy really fast before they can tell what's happening. But I'm open to adjusting the initial idea.
Yeah, so, well, I think sinking's not such a bad idea. Bamin has some explosives. Or Beef does. Beef or Bamin. Someone's got explosives on this ship. And
I think Bamin's probably got the explosives.
yeah. My plan is to dive down once the ship is found. Is there any way I can get... There was an invisibility spell that someone casted earlier. If I could get that, I could sneak these explosives into the bottom part of their ship and set it off and get out of there prior to them even knowing I'm there. That is if there's an invisibility spell somewhere.
Or alternative suggestion, if you
Yep.
want to go the explosive route, is
Sure.
attach the explosives to the anchor. We drop the anchor into their ship and then blow it up from there.
The safer route, I see. Yeah, that's not bad either. Let's do that.
All right. So Bamin,
So-
roll me 2d20 because I forgot. Scow is also a demolitions expert.
Yep.
So he gets one of these as well.
I get a 10 and a 1.
Oof. Mm,
Uh-oh.
that's a rough one. Okay, alright. So, we don't know. Like, Bamin, those explosives that you set up was the exact correct amount of explosives. You and Bamin both believe that. We know that's wrong, though. So, which is it? Is it too little, or is it too much?
Too little.
Too little.
Yeah.
Alright. Irwin, roll me 2d20 to drop this hook. To drop this anchor, covered with explosives. You could still get it done. Like, it could still work out even with too little explosives.
This doesn't look like it, though.
Doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm just waiting if anybody's going to change the dice or anything before I start narrating what's going on. Oh, wait, we got somebody doing something. Alright, one reroll Irwin, please.
Alright. Marginally better.
Marginally better. It's a tough choice. Okay. So, we're not sinking it in one go. So, your choice is when the explosives go off, you can surface this craft so that you guys can like board it, or you can't. The explosives break the hull and it begins sinking further down. Like, they're going to be able to repair it, but they will still be under you. I know they
They won't be able to
but they'll
attack
be
us.
under you. Yeah.
Well, ooh, that is a tough. I think making them sink further prevents the opportunity for a counterattack, and considering that they've been able to sink other ships in combat before, I think avoiding the full-on fight is probably the safer move here.
Alright, yeah, so like the anchor scrapes down their side and like they are currently caught in the whirlwind. Like this is what we're seeing from the like scrying pool of Vulpa. Like we see the fact that it is a very fish shaped submarine. It appears to be made out of like sheet metal, and it's cute and adorable, but also you can see multiple weapons on it. There's a large cannon for a mouth. The eyes both fire harpoons, and it is pretty fast little machine, but not now. Now it's currently on its way down. But yeah, so what's the next step? Like, they are currently scrambling inside their ship. Like, do we just leave it alone and keep going? Because we can. Or do we try to follow it and finish it off?
Leave it and keep going is my gut instinct, but
I think we have too many goods to potentially lose in this conflict if things go wrong.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go over on our explosives. Look, there's too much on this ship to lose with basically 2 shops. So I think we should try to get out of here if possible.
I am in agreement. I do not know if we have the means to continue fighting them anyways, so...
Just make a note for future for more explosives.
For sure. Like, yeah, So yeah, I'm actually really quick gonna show you the crew of that ship. I love them.
Oh,
Oh, they're adorable.
Oh no!
what we left behind?
This one's Calico Jack, and this one's Thatch, and this one's Annie,
Oh man.
and this one's mostly Black Bart.
Like his name is mostly Blackbart.
Yep, he goes by mostly. But don't worry about him. Those are just pirates for later. So yeah, you guys make your way to Lockstitch. You make your way to the Silver Thimble. I'm gonna assume, because Bamin's shop is in the Undercity, we're setting up in... Yeah, we're setting up in the Undercity. So, what do you guys want for your item?
I kind of want that squirt gun.
Absolutely. Squirt gun acquired. That was harder to say than I wanted it to be. Yeah, it fires literally whatever you want it to, as long as it's a liquid. It will fire whatever you want it to. And then you just gotta tell me. Nika's calling it the pistol.
No.
Sorry, I don't.
That's pretty
I don't
good.
get I really, really don't want to like everybody just peeing on people.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, Irwin doesn't
It's-
pee, so
Just eye juice. Osiria, what? Oh, I know what you're after. You're after that laser rifle, huh?
I think so.
I will tell you this right now, Osiria. You will be able to get this working.
All right.
It might involve you like taking it to like Rennick and Royce to get it like fixed up, but
Yeah, I think she kind of wants it more for studying purposes than actual use.
absolutely. What do we want this pistol to do? I mean, what do we want this rifle to do? It doesn't have to be a gun. Like it can do something completely different.
Oh, that's a good question.
You don't
I
have
mean,
to answer me right now. Oh, you can though. Absolutely.
the original ones kind of flipped between the lethal option and the stunning option, so maybe it's the same vein as one of those where it's like where it's a stunning effect.
Okay, like almost like a sniper rifle, but that stuns.
Yeah,
Like it cannot kill, no matter how high you roll. It will not kill. It doesn't leave any
exactly.
damage to the body either. Like it is literally just like you are out. Well, I can't say no damage because when they fall to the ground, they might fall downstairs, and I don't want to make promises.
No damage from the weapon itself.
Exactly. There we go. Absolutely. Basically the same as what Lore has a a spear that deals damage but cannot kill.
Yeah.
Nice. And how about you, Vulpa? What's Vulpa's first magic item gonna be?
I think she wants to look for something kind of aesthetically pleasing to her, like something that like maybe has like a wood finish, kind of like maybe like a old kind of bolt action hunting rifle or something. Something kind of simple.
Hmm. But you want a gun?
I think she wants something that's loud and yes.
For sure. Like they raise their hand to you. It's like looking for something classic, and like they pull out a weapon that has like a beautiful wood finish. It's just like they stopped making these not too long ago, and it's just like the rounds are a real problem to get, and like you see, it looks like a Tommy gun, and it's like this is the last known manufactured of the Consonant typewriters. And like he pulls out a clip, and like the clips have very just like silver jackets, but the bullet itself is almost like a rainbow in a mud puddle situation, like when oil gets in a mud puddle. And he's just like fully loaded with unicorn rounds. Those are very expensive. And he like slaps it in. That is called it's a consonant typewriter. And they're the only guns in the game that fire the unicorn rounds. That incredibly strong. I think the only other person that has one is Karam.
Well, ammunition might be hard, but I do like the look of it. It's quite pleasing to the eye.
Oh, don't worry. You can also like load it up with regular ammo. Trust me, you always want to fire that ammo though. And it's just like I've seen what it does. And like for a second, Beef's eyes just glaze over.
Destructive?
It's terrifying. And he's just like, and for the crocodile that has everything, what can I get you, Bamin?
Oh, well, I think you coming along is enough for Bamin here. I don't necessarily need anything. I wanted to make sure my crew was all set up, so I'm gonna let you get all set up, and yeah, we'll be good. I don't need anything right now.
All right, so like handshakes all around. Like the Cottage Pie group are gonna begin setting up for Bamin, I will begin adding all of the things I said earlier to the shop. I will hopefully be able to get those into the shop by Sunday. By tomorrow, hopefully, but at the latest, I hope Sunday. And yeah, there you go. You guys did not bother fighting the pirates as much as I thought we were gonna, so the story changed. But that is today's game.
All those 20s kept us away.
They really did.
They'll be back. Those
They
cats.
will be. I absolutely.
Those cats.
Like, now I know they'll be back. I didn't know if we were gonna like kill them right there by dropping the anchor. Like, I thought we were gonna board them and rob them. But then you guys were just like, no, we're just gonna drop an explosive anchor on them, and I am not gonna say no.
It was a fun idea.
So yeah, you guys all like currently like at the Silver Thimble, setting up your shop. You guys can all get back to Haven to RP or anything in no time, basically. I think the sub is like going back and forth constantly, but we probably didn't want to put a bunch of black market like criminals on the sub. So
Yeah.
we know that we just put them in the Silver Thimble, though, right? We're all aware that we just gave the Silver Thimble a drug problem.
It's a minor problem.
It's a minor problem. Take what you want. Yeah, I understand, but I just want to make sure we all know what on that page.
Scour's never going to be the same.
We're gonna have to talk.
I'm sorry. Warlord does point out something very important. Another drug problem. So yeah, that was today's game. People are playing the items that they bought. Nice. And I'm gonna do a real quick recap on today's game. We were at Haven trying to figure out like if we could, with Bamin trying to expand his shop, see what kind of stuff we're working for with Haven for the Silver Thimble. We realized that there was like a power struggle between the black market and, I'm doing air quotes, legitimate sales folk. With Ms Waveheart, she was trying to run them out of business. You guys basically triple crossed everybody by promising Ms Waveheart to get rid of the black market in exchange for some territory, better beds for everybody to sleep in, and ways of setting up little businesses, including a theater, Krieg's and Market Square, and a motorcycle dealership, which is just continues to be funny for me. And then instead of running him out of town, you escorted him out of town to set up business at the Silver Thimble. On the way, you ran into some pirates, and you just got the drop on them and dropped your anchor with explosives attached to it on them, and then sank their sub. They're gonna survive. They're alive, but they did not manage to counterattack, and then we just kept on going home and set up Bamin's shop, now with incredibly dangerous illicit goods, including drugs. Also, I did mention every single one of his weapons was stolen from somebody at some point. So,
Well,
you guys don't need to know that.
what about the one that was the pay off a debt?
Oh, sorry. The paying off the debt one was not. That is a debt paid. But they were extorted from somebody at least. Like they didn't want to give up those items. So at some point you have a chance. There's like a non-zero chance that if you buy one of those weapons, you will run into the person it belonged to before. And I will try to fill the shop with those. And that was tonight's game. You guys all did really fucking good. And it was really silly. Also, look at what Vulpa looks like. How good is that artwork? Madness. So we have another game tomorrow at 5, and then also on Sunday at 5, and on Monday at 5 as well. Is there anything else I need to say, Nika?
So with that, we're gonna back off, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow, everybody.
Bye forever.
Hi guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light, will work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Sail on a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renick the brain with numbers and might, 4 arms, 4 eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne Melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse.